What is the American Dream? My name is Derek Asen, member of Youth Build USA's National Alumni Council and agent for social change. The images in which you just saw are all examples of inequality, racism, social injustice, police brutality, and hate. These words alone cannot survive without a host. I, for one, vow to make it my mission to eliminate them from our society, to the best of my ability, because they truly affect every aspect of my life and my community. Through efforts in community service, stressing the importance of education, social awareness, and love, I will make a difference. And that hopefully one day, our American dream looks less like that and might just look a little more like this.
Let it all go, 'cause right now's the time. Let go, live on, so you can be free, yeah, free to fly. I know it's hard, but it's worth it, 'cause damn, I feel alive. Baby, damn, I feel alive. Whoa. It's like something has to die, something has to die, to help you realize. Damn, I feel alive.
Hey, what's good, Youth Build family? My name is Irvin from San Gabriel Valley Conservation Corps, class of 2010, and this is why I vote. The reason why I vote is because I'm tired of my brothers and sisters being exploited by the juvenile justice system and the for-profit prison system as well. It's crazy. I'm out here living my life, working in one of the greatest career sectors that the U.S. has to offer, while my brothers and sisters, for making one mistake they made in their juvenile life or even as an adult, are out there in prisons in the forest doing the same job I'm doing, getting paid $1 a day to fight fires. $1 a day to risk their lives for everybody else. Don't you think they deserve a second chance? I do. So you need to go out and vote. Not for you, but for everybody else, and especially everybody that can't vote for themselves.
What matters me the most is higher education. I believe higher education institutes don't reach out to our communities like they should. I want our girls to become doctors instead of CNAs. I want our girls to become lawyers instead of paralegals. I want our girls to be successful entrepreneurs instead of working 9 to 5. And I have the power to change that. The only way is to become what we want to see and implement the dreams into reality to those kids in our neighborhoods. And that's the only way we can change our society.
Far too many young people in my community are being victims to gun violence, whether it's the victim that actually died of gun violence or their friends and families that had to be witnesses to either a body being laid on the floor, being covered by a blanket, or attending funerals and wakes of young kids that should be graduating from college or high school, but instead we're burying them in the ground. Nobody don't think that this is a serious issue right here. Nobody doesn't feel that these issues should not be ignored, but instead embraced by our professionals, our elected officials, and our police department. We need mental health for our young people. And we're not talking about the mental health that they see on TV, where the rich guy comes in a BMW, sprinkles a little something on them and say that their lives are going to be better, because young people turn away from it. We need young, dedicated professionals that are willing to go back into our communities and show them that they have the resources, they have the tools, but more importantly, they have the support where they could be vibrant young people, engaged in society, elected to vote, working, caring about their families, caring about their communities. If I had the power to change this situation, what I would do is tap into the young professionals that come from our communities and that were blessed with the opportunity to go to college and get their degree, and use those high tuition rates that they had to pay or student loans as an incentive for them to get some type of educational grant like AmeriCorps, so that they can go back into their communities and do the tutoring and the counseling services to the young people. This does one of two things. The first thing that it does is that it allows college graduates to feel a sense of community again after they've been gone or disengaged for so long, and gives them a feeling of giving back to their community. The second thing that it does is that it helps reduce the debt that some of these college students receive by completing college, something that the society and the world tells them that they have to do, and it allows them to shave down some of those costs. Far too often we see these opportunities going to people that we can't relate to, or resources that we don't need. Young people need jobs, young people need mental health, young people need counseling, young people need tutoring, young people need to see examples of success. But instead what we're seeing is oppression, police brutality, or just severe acts or overreaction to young people that don't have the resources to get out or just release some of the frustration or tension that they have inside of them. Understanding that these answers will not be something that happens overnight, I feel that us as young people that were lucky and blessed to leave the environment that we came from, we should use this as an example for tools for other young people to do greater things.
Hi, my name is Amanda Guzman, and I'm a graduate from 2004 from Youth Building East Harlem, currently the counselor here. Recently, I was presented with a question as to what issues are facing my community that I care about and why. Since I work with young people on a day-to-day basis, and I myself have a 14-year-old son, I feel that one issue that I'm passionate about and quite concerned with is the fact that our young people of today do not have any interest in politics. Unfortunately, many families in urban settings and communities do not teach the importance of watching the news, let alone the reasons to vote, how to vote, and when the time comes. I myself grew up in a household where we didn't discuss current events or politics, who was running for what and when. This led me to not being interested in what was going on in my own neighborhood, let alone around the world. It came to a point where I felt inferior listening to presidential debates because I felt that I was too stupid to understand what was going on. I see this pattern more often than I would like to admit, and this unfortunate cycle has to end. Our youth need to be taught the importance of voting so that their voices can be heard. They need to see that going to town hall meetings, speaking to elected officials, for local and state representatives, rallying for a cause that they believe in will never be done in vain. This is always something that is done to elevate them and to see progression in time. If I could do something to contribute to make a change in this cycle, I would encourage young people to research their politicians, challenge them to know who their representatives are and what they stand for, and I would love for educational facilities, after-school programs, community-based organizations, and even families to talk about these issues. Programs and classes should be implemented so that young people can be engaged and in the know of things, especially because they're directly affected by their vote or lack of voting. If programs and classes existed like this, then only then will young people have the confidence to contribute their ideas to society, and then that's when their true voices can be heard and change can be made. Thank you.
I vote because I refuse to be a hypocrite. I refuse to watch everything go on around us in this world that is not right and just sit back and be quiet when I know my voice matters and my votes matter. So that is why I choose to vote, and because it only takes 2 to 3 minutes to register online. Go to rockthevote.com and register to vote. Get informed, stay active, speak up, and show up.
I care about most in my community is the ability to feed my kids. I'm the person who gets food stamps, and they look at the income I bring home before taxes. Not what's taken out of my check and what I'm actually bringing home to feed my kids. If I go over the dollar amount, trust and believe they're cutting me off. I have a full-time job and make well above minimum wage, and in school, and I'm raising 2 kids, and only one is able to get Medicaid. If I could change it, if I had the power to change that, I'd make it so all kids, regardless of the age bracket and income bracket their mother is in, they are able to get public health services until middle school at least. I pay $40 a week for my son out of my paycheck just for his medical benefits from my job. We need to change that, people. I'm still well above under poverty level, making a living. Single mothers who are well under poverty level should not have to give up feeding their kids or going to work. It's not a choice.
What's up, everybody? My name is James Mackey. I'm a Youth Build graduate from 2008 from Youth Build Columbus, Ohio. I really want to respond to two questions. One is, what issue do I care about in my community and why? And the next question is, if I had the power to make a change with that specific issue, how would I go about changing it? So I care about youth violence, and it really triggers me every time I hear about a young man or a young woman losing their life to violence in the poverty-stricken neighborhoods that I've grown up in, from Chicago, Illinois to Columbus, Ohio, and now living in Boston, Massachusetts. Any and every time I hear a young person lose their life to violence, it really hurts me. And it's simple because there are systems that are in place that are putting us behind the walls as well as in the grave. With that being said, the system is working well for people that don't look like me or the same skin color as me. So, in order to make a difference, what I would do is really truly get young people to truly understand the power that they have, to let them know that they are beautiful, let them know that they are amazing, let them know that they are powerful, and they are great. Not can be or will be, they are great. We need to really stand by the side of our young people because there are doors being shut in their face every day. Resources and opportunity being shut. So we need to change that dynamic because it's really important for us to do something about it.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trevor Easley, Youth Build Columbus, and I'm just making this video to talk about something that's real important to me, and that's the issue that's going on in my community. The issue that I'm seeing in my community that really bothers me is that a lot of young people ages 16 to 24 are not really engaged in any activities. There are not a lot of activities going on around the community for those young people, and those young people are the young people who are involved in youth violence, gang violence, and things like that. I know that more recently the enemy has been the cops, and I'm not saying that the cops aren't doing anything or the cops aren't to blame for anything that's going on, but I do strongly believe that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So I believe that if a lot of these young people had more things to get involved in, then they wouldn't have those negative influences or those negative things to be involved in. So I just wish that there were a lot of things for the young people to be involved in, whether it be clubs, sports clubs, arts, music, and performing arts clubs and things like that for the young people to get involved in. And if I had the power to change it, I would definitely guide more funding to that. Also with a lot of young people having the opportunity to speak to their politicians and getting involved and knowing what can affect their community and actually reaching out and wanting to hear their voices. So that was just my soapbox, you know what I mean? It's Trevor Easley, Youth Build Columbus, man, signing off.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ellie from Los Angeles, but currently in New York. About to be in Philly in a couple days. So I'm not gonna make this video to tell people to vote. I'm not gonna make this video to tell you to do anything, one specific thing. But what I am gonna tell you is that you gotta use your privilege. You gotta use what you got to do something, right? Whether you wanna consider that something voting, whether you wanna consider that something organizing, whether you want to consider that something mentoring somebody else, mentoring a young person, you got a privilege being in this country, being born in this country, that a lot of people in other countries do not have. People in other countries die over protesting. People in other countries die over speaking up. You have an opportunity in front of you with issues like police brutality, issues like massive incarceration, issues like this presidential election where we really do not have the greatest of choices for a presidential candidate. We got in front of us the opportunity to do something. So whatever it is, use your privilege, use your power, use your voice, do something. The time to act is now. Time to wait is never. So again, this is Ellie from LA. in York, in Philly. Hope everybody's good. Take care.
My name is Terry Green from Columbus, Ohio, and I care about Issue 1. Issue 1 will be on the August 2nd ballot, and Issue 1 is allowing City Council to turn their City Council from a 7-member council into a 13-member council. And within those 13 members, 10 of them will be elected from district directors, and the other 3 only the city can vote for. I believe that if I had the power to change that, I would say no to Issue 1. I will have everybody stand up and say no to Issue 1. Get out, go, vote. Terry Green, Columbus, Ohio.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Alexis Vasquez from Great Falls Youth Build. Some of the thoughts that's been on my mind on things that affect me and my community. If I had the power, how would I change it? So one of the things that definitely affect me and my community is the thought of how many homeless young people and people in general that are homeless out here or live in poverty. It's a big epidemic out here in Allentown, PA, and we as a community started to come together and started Operation Address the Homeless with my club and organization, Society Rejects. The way we've been trying to get the power to change it is by starting an organization called Operation Address the Homeless. We reach out to the homeless by directly going out into the woods and in places where a lot of them stay. We take them to a station where they get to shower, get food, get haircuts, get resources to help them get back out into society, whether it can be with helping them trying to find employment, resources, anything that would help them, give them a hand, not a handout. Some of these people just fell out in bad times, and we are here to help them. Alexis Vasquez, have a great day, guys. Shout out to Youth Build USA.
What's happening, world? My name is Brandon Cross. I graduated out of the Youth Build McLean County in 2007. So I'm supposed to speak about what really means the most to me, or what I really care about, I guess. So what I really care about is all these young brothers and sisters dying at the hands of police brutality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is it sparked since Obama got in office. So now that we got a couple people of the Caucasian descent getting in or trying to be voted in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever may happen, you know what I'm saying? They both ain't gonna do us no justice. So we have to make justice on our own. I need every community, every person of color in the community, we have to go back for our own, because we are the only ones that's gonna fight for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so I need everybody that's in the hood, that's in low income housing, you know what I'm saying, that's in the middle class. I need everybody over 18 to get out there and get your vote on. Because in honest to God's truth, we are the ones that will make the difference within this country. We need you. So please pick up that ballot and throw the right mark on it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if Trump gets in, it's over with for all of us. Let's go. We got to make this happen. Dump Trump. It's over with.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Xavier Jennings from Denver, Colorado. Graduate of the Mile High Youth Corps Youth Build program in 2008. Something that I care about and should be changed and really focused on is the education system, specifically for opportunity youth. I think these schools are doing a disservice and failing our students. And what ends up happening is they're more likely to face even more issues, including being incarcerated, unemployed, living in poverty situations. The reason why I care about restructuring the education system is because I was that opportunity youth, that dropout, who was unable to be successful in schools and didn't get the support that I needed. And there are a million other students that are experiencing the same thing that I am, living in poverty situations, unemployed, and more likely to get incarcerated. So all in all, if we fix the education system, we're more likely to solve a lot more issues, including poverty, unemployment, incarceration. So let's give opportunity youth the opportunity to be successful by changing these schools, giving more support when needed. Thanks.
What's up, good people? This is Michael Spring. I had to come in the cut just to do a quick video, and I want to ask you a question, and I want you to really examine yourself on this one. If everyone was engaged in their community like me, what kind of community will my community be? Would it be a community where everyone thrives together, where everyone works together, where everyone plays together? Or would it be a community that crumbles while I only worry about myself and my little circle? I want everyone to remember, united we stand and divided we fall. Today, over 600 young people, we standing up strong. OYU Big Baby.
It's your boy L Boogie, aka Tennessee from Tennessee. My name is Lanier Spriggs, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Graduated Youth Bill 09. Been on National Alumni Council ever since. It's one thing that I see in my community that's kind of frustrating to me is that a lot of my brothers and sisters, too much we thinking like consumers and workers instead of owners and entrepreneurs. You know, I see a lot of hustling in the hood, but when we go to work in society, we thinking $12, $13 an hour, $14 an hour, we think we got it made. That's just the beginning, guys. That's just the beginning. So I want to leave y'all with this, man. We got to start thinking like owners and businessmen, and we got to start going for them top positions, man. How do we do that? Oh, it just starts with knowledge, and it starts, we got to change the mindsets. We got to find a way to change the mindsets of the young ones, the youngins, and it's not a coincidence that we think like this, okay? Because it's designed for us to think like this. So we got to break the mold, and we just got to start, going for it. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. I love y'all. Peace, love.
If you're watching right now and you in Philly, October 9th is the deadline to register to vote, so I advise y'all all to go get out, register to vote, man, because it's about to go down, man.
Understand why you need to vote, though, because those decisions that's going to affect your community the most are going to be made by the people who are put in a position of power who are voting for. So if you don't vote, those decisions that's going to affect you, you're going to be complaining, and you're going to wonder why you ain't got resources or opportunities is because you didn't play your role.